Welcome everyone, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the fonts and text. To activate the section of that font area, you just press the from your keyboard T to bring to activate it, just in case you want to be very fast instead of using your mouse scroller coming here to find it. Now the font is it's a very important section and topic when you're learning Photoshop and in designing, passing out information and the rest. So when you click T, my foreground color is been set to red. It's been set to red, and let me make it a little bit darker. And so when I click, I'll create a new layer for this. So I'll just type this text and fonts. So when I click on the surface, when you have it, normally on your Microsoft and any other text typing software. So in that section, I'll be showing you some required text to use and some tricks you use in manipulations and the rest. But for the purpose of this course, the font is very easy to learn, and from this section here you can choose from the fonts option. These are fonts I've installed. Honestly, I don't know what I'm really doing to all these fonts because I don't really make use of them. I just install them for client purposes. Some clients of mine might require me to use some certain kind of fonts, or some of them might even give me those kind of fonts, and having them already installed, I don't have time to come starting to delete them or so. So I just let them here. But please note this: when you install so many fonts on your system, your system will be slow, and the system will be your Photoshop will be slow when you click on the text tool because you will notice before the option will be activated, it will try to load the whole font on your system. So my advice to you is just get yourself just stick to some certain kind of fonts. So these are the fonts, and from this section here, the fonts panel. Let me see if I could bring that up here, or you just press Ctrl T. I'm sure you're on the font section, and when you press Ctrl T, no, it's Ctrl C here. Sorry about that. Let me bring it out from this section here. I think it's Ctrl C. Ctrl T. Yeah, I'm sure. The reason it was because I was on the move to that one. It was showing me the free transform. It brought out the free transform section, but that is Ctrl T. When you press Ctrl T, or you come to this section here, you see character. Make sure the character has been activated here from your Windows, and F5 for brush and all that. This section here, you'll get to see a lot of stuffs. When you click it, you notice maybe you can't find it here or here, like the layers panel. You can't find the layers panel, you just come here, or this layer panel here. If you can't find it, come to Windows, you click, and it will bring it back to where it was. So these are the fonts, and before you make any changes, or probably you want to change the fonts, the text, you first of all highlight, and when you highlight, you click on the desired font, or you click on the font to make sure here too is the highlight, and and you press your down key to change the font for the text. Actually, I like this font. It's called Londrina Solid. I like that font. And you just pick the required text. Mostly for logo designers, when you're creating logos, you need to know some certain way to give you fast effects when you're creating when you're working with text. Because for most designers, I like sticking with some particular fonts. If you have so many fonts being chopped up, you get confused and you don't really get. So most designers, probably all designers, have problem with that. They will tell you, believe me. So you just stick to some certain characters and types of fonts you intend using frequently, so that you will not start coming to. But it's good to have fonts being installed to your system. Your system is working. Your system is fast. I'm using a Core i7 Intel AMD Radeon graphics. My hard drive is 750 gig. My RAM is 8 gigabytes. So these are the fonts. Now to edit the fonts, let me choose a better text for this. Let me select one here. There's one block font I normally do use. It's called Chunk 5X. You click enter. Now these fonts, I so much love these fonts. Let me have them in a small letter here, text, so that you see the way this font is. If you're creating the design, you use these fonts, your viewers will really appreciate what I decided to use the red color, because the red color it tends to be more attractive. You wonder why your bull tends to attack you when you see the red color. So the red is very attractive, very attractive color. Depends on the background you pasting it at. So when I highlight on this section here, if I try to make it 60, try to increase the size of the font. So, or you hold your shift control, then when you press the greater sign key, it becomes bold. When you press the less down key by holding shift control, the fonts become smaller. Or you can just come to this section here and increase. Make sure you highlighted it, and this section here, when you click on it, let me set this to auto. But here is to make it more tighter, to bring the characters into place. And let me put it back to 100 where it was for the default. And this section here, the vertical scale section. Here's the horizontal scale section. And the vertical scale section, when you increase it, decrease it, you notice that from the top to the bottom it becomes flatter. So that's just it. Or I'll show you another way to do this if you don't feel like coming here to start manipulating it. Here you can just come to your move section, your move tool, press Ctrl T. This is a very fast way for sizing and resizing and the rest. But you can do all options here with probably the move with mission your text tool. Click on the text, press Ctrl A to highlight, select all. Maybe probably I want to type another text down here, and then hit enter. You notice the space is quite below large down here. So you probably want to set this to set this to, let me take it up a little bit. When you hit enter, notice you can't see that font here. The reason is because it's been set to 33, but when you set it to, sorry, when you set it to, let me say 2, and bring it up, press T, calculate, click, Ctrl A, and we hit enter. Okay, and when you click on the, when you hit the enter, sorry, highlight this. You can probably change the colors from here. There's a foreground section for this, which does sets the text color. Or you click this. I probably normally do make use of this section here. You notice it's still the same thing here. Then for this section here, probably want to make your text being bold. You click, you notice the text have been changed, have been bold. And let me use a different font so that you understand. Okay, let me make use of this font. When I click T, the text will to be bold. Click T again. When you click this, this is a kind of italic. Then all caps, you make it all capital letter, and small letter, starting with the big letter, then the rest is small letter. There are some fonts that have all the texts being all in capital letter. Some have small letter, like this fonts I'm using, they are all capital letters. This subscript, probably a superscript. It's a subscript. Subscript simply means maybe you try to type the text. Let me show you what I mean by this subscript. Probably I type 2 here, and when I highlight this, let me reduce the size of this so you know what I mean by that subscript. It's probably you put it in Microsoft Word T, and when I type in 2 here, highlight this 2, and I click the subscript. This is where you have, it's just like text raised to power 2. And this is superscript, this is subscript. So these are its functions. Let me delete this. Let me highlight it. When you press this here, this is for the underline, and this is a stroke to stroke the text. And I'm using a UK for the English, not US, UK, and that's what it came with. And so for the font, let me undo this. Coming back to my chunk 5 fonts. Actually, you can really do a lot with this, with the fonts. Let me have this being deleted. And you can manipulate the object. You can use your brush to text, or also paste a picture here. You can put a picture here. I'll be showing that. This is how you do it. First of all, Ctrl D to deselect. You have your text tool, and double click this. Let's change this to heat. Okay, and you hold your Alt key. Come to this section here. Click on it to highlight the text. Make a new layer for this. And so let me make use of this hold and drag and drop it here. Okay, click the check mark. When you click on the check mark and come to your move tool, try to place this under the key. Now you notice that your text is being above the key, and your text is above the keys. And when you hold your control, you click, you just make a selection, click on this, and try to hide this. I'm showing you the trick. You hold Control Alt I, then you come to your eraser tool, try to make it big. You can use the heart for it, and onto your eraser to duplicate this place, make this rasterize here so that you can be able to, if your layer is not being rasterized, sorry, you can manipulate this photo here. So we brush through and just erase this part of it. There are other ways of doing this, and just showing you the way this functions. So Ctrl D to deselect. Just have myself some text photo. Let me cut this out. Delete. Ctrl D to deselect. V to move. And you notice what I just did. I just tried to put the keys in the text. So, but this is not the text. This is the real text. Please remember that you cannot manipulate this on this because this has now been rasterized, but this is still on the text. You can still edit your text here, but you cannot edit this layer here because this is just like a text. This is just like a photo. Let me say a rasterized photo. Okay. And let me see if there's other trick I can do for this. Probably. Okay. So let me create another text and then shade. Let me see. Let me use the word. Sorry, this is too large. Let me reduce the font to 6. And then let me say for communication. Of communication. I just made use of the Ctrl T for the trace transform. Now I want to have this text being carved out a kind of a square shape. So all I'll do is to click on the switch between free transform and the wrap mode. Click here. What this actually does is to have your fonts being a kind of a cycle shape or whatever shape look like a snake-like look. And that's what I mean. You click on the section here, you click on the arc, you notice the shape of the communication. You can also manipulate this, holding it at that point and dragging it down. This is what you have, and just play around with the tool. This is the arc shape. And there's one that looks like snake for the flag. You probably be seeing this when you're creating logos. This will really help you when you're creating logos. When you're trying to put it on a cycle shape. And this is what I mean. Let me undo this. Control T. And just have this a little bit bold. Checkmate. And I'll be showing you a topic on this. Let me use the ellipse tool. Hold your Alt to give you an accurate cycle shape. Make sure you place your text above it. And Control T. Let's make it a little bit bold. And let's have it being cycled. By pressing Ctrl C, make sure you're on the text layer. Press Ctrl T and click into the section. Let's use the arc. Let me make use of the arc. Okay. And this is what I'm having. Check it. And let's have another text by pressing T. Let's say communications skills. Okay, this is what we have here. Probably it just depends on you think, and try to see if just be creative, be a little bit creative to it, and you get for better results. I just want to show you the way this functions and all that is attached to it. So I'll be stopping this video here.